Four. Beautiful day for racing here in the Green City. 400 laps, 600 miles.
All right, folks. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing drivers for our soldiers and troops all over the world.
Keselowski took his four deep into turn 3 on the outside. Jimmie Johnson exits 4 with a meager advantage and too close to call at the line.
I tell you, Brad Keselowski, that dude got a big run on the outside. So did Danica Patrick at 10. Now she's up there in the 3rd spot.
Kasey Kahne in 4th, Clint Bowyer 5th, and Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Marcus Ambrose, and Matt Kenseth at the top 10.
Yeah, this is a 600-mile race, boys. It's not a drag race. Y'all might want to sort this out here pretty quick, and they did coming off turn 4, 48 to the lead.
Jimmie Johnson and the Lowe's Chevrolet assumes command. Brad Keselowski's Ford, Danica Patrick Chevy. And I didn't expect this. We got a little 3, maybe 4-car breakaway here. Side by side for 5th, Clint Bowyer, Denny Hamlin, both in Toyotas. That's Joey Logano, the 22, looking on. And then Ambrose.
Mike, it's just not uncommon in this race to try to get a little bit single file here and sort your car out. See what you got. And here goes Danica in that 10 car. She's challenging Brad Keselowski for that 2nd spot, and she might just get it.
Yeah, we've been saying it
not quite clear.
Oh,
yeah, she's up. Clear up. Go.
We've been saying it all week long. The confidence that she brought here after that run at Kansas, a top 10 finish, I think you can't put a price on it.
I don't know what car that is, but if it was my car, it'd be the Kansas car.
That's a brand new car.
That baby's getting the job done.
And Kasey Kahne in the number 5 Chevrolet, who many felt had the fastest car on All-Star Night 1 week and a day ago. Slides up into 3rd.
And Mike, what Danica did, I know she ran 2nd behind Jimmie Johnson, but what she's doing right now is what we all knew she could do. We all knew she could wheel a car. We all knew she could drive a car. They're finally giving her something that she's comfortable in, and she's performing.
Patrick in 2nd, 1 second off the lead. Here's Matt.
DW, that's a brand new race car. Better downforce numbers than they had at Kansas. They've cycled through. That Kansas car will see service again, more than likely, at Michigan.
4th place is the race. Clint Bowyer has a run off turn number 2. He moves to the inside of Keselowski.
I think Brad Keselowski's 2 car, that will be one they're going to have to get really aggressive with changes on this first pit stop. I think he could run fast for a lap or 2, but that was about it.
Looks like a short run car, and I mean real short.
Jeff Gordon, Greg Biffle side by side. That's back in 24th spot, and that silver car, well, that's Kyle Larson, who won yesterday's Nationwide Series race. Dale Earnhardt Jr. 9th ahead of Marcus Ambrose.
Just listen to the engines in these cars. Right at 9,500 RPM, and they'll do that for 4.5 hours. 400 laps, 800 cycles. Oh my.
There you see, 9,100. Rolling off into the corner, 9,300 at 194 miles an hour.
And that will go up as the sun goes down.
Mark Truex moving up to the inside in his Chevrolet. And dives into the corner underneath Marcus Ambrose.
And Mike, we watched Martin Truex Jr. in that 78 car in practice yesterday, and he looked like he had a car that was pretty good on the long run.
Tell you what, when I watched that 48 car Jimmie Johnson, boy, did that bring back some memories of that car being so dominant over here for so long. Then they repaved the racetrack, and it really changed the setups in these cars. And it looks like Chad and Jimmy may have gotten that thing set up right tonight. I've not seen that car run this good in quite some time.
Here's the Kansan. Clint Bowyer moving up into 3rd around Kasey Kahne. Now they're 2.5 seconds behind the race leader, Jimmie Johnson. Johnson led 9 straight Coke 600s, but he has not led this race since 2010.
Oh, yeah. Here's how you know when Jimmy Johnson's car is good. Watch his hands. We've been in the car with him a couple times this year when he was fighting that wheel, left, right, left, right. Look at that thing. That's Jimmy Johnson at his finest right there. Just a little twitch of the wheel, and that thing is getting around this racetrack right now. Last time by, he ran a 29.35, right at 185, 86 miles an hour.
To your earlier point, since the relay, he is winless in the Coke 600.
Darrell, y'all talked about it in the pre-race show, and I think we had a lot of storylines coming in this race, but I think the big storyline, especially after him sitting on the pole, could he finally end this winless streak here? Because he's never went deeper than race 12, which we're on right now, without winning a race.
Well, we're in his wheelhouse right now. We know that. We know that Charlotte, we know that Dover, we know that Pocono, those are tracks that this team has dominated on. So we're in their wheelhouse.
Kurt Busch now behind the familiar wheel of his Haas Automation Chevrolet. 6th at Indianapolis. Finished on the lead lap. Mission accomplished. Thanks to Cessna Jets and Bell Helicopters, he arrived here in plenty of time for the race, but not the driver's meeting. So he had to start at the back, and he has jumped 9 positions in that number 41.
Looks like to me he's letting his brother Kyle Busch in 18 open the door, and he just follows him through it. Both of them starting at the rear.
That's what brothers are for. You know, you go ahead, brother. I'll follow you.
Clint Boyer has caught Danica Patrick and moves to the outside in the front straightaway, trying to make the pass for 2nd place, and does behind Jimmy Johnson. 13 laps of 400 complete at Charlotte Motor Speedway. You're watching NASCAR on Fox.